All right, join me on page 704 in your reading textbook. Vocabulary for this week: structures, exterior, residence, flee, volunteered, perished, consumed, and exhaustion. Context clues. Surrounding words within a paragraph can help you find the meaning of unfamiliar words. Find exterior in the first paragraph. Use another word in the same sentence to figure out what exterior means. Where was the word used? Where was the wood used for decoration? Okay, The Great London Fire by Jonathan Drysdale. Accidental fires were common in London, England during the 1600s. This was because open fires burned in houses, shops, and workshops, and other structures all the time. People used fire to cook, keep warm, and to make pottery and metal objects. Wood was the most common building material. It was also used for exterior or outside decoration. So exterior means outside. Straw for horses was stored in stables on almost every street. Many people also laid straw on their floor. Both of these materials burned very easily. In the early hours of Sunday morning, September 2nd, 1666, a fire broke out in the King's Own Bakery on Pudding Lane. This was a narrow street with very few houses and residents. Because most of the buildings were shops, as a result, once fire took hold in the bakery kitchen, it spread very quickly. One young woman who lived above the bakery tried to flee from the flames and get away by jumping from the roof onto another building. She became the fire's first victim. There was no fire department in London in the 1600s. Local people usually volunteered to put out fires without pay, filling leather buckets with water or beating the flames with rugs or brooms. But because of the strong wind that night, this fire was soon burning out of control. In no time, the fire spread to other nearby streets. By Sunday morning, 300 buildings had perished. They had been destroyed and consumed by the flames. Only ashes remained. Londoners poured out of their homes, trying to save what they could from the blaze. The writer Samuel Pepys noticed that many people chose to save their musical instruments. People with valuables buried them or hid them in city sewers before finding their way to safety. On Tuesday, the fire headed west and destroyed old St. Paul's Cathedral. The writer John Evelyn described melting lead running down the pavement in a stream, glowing with fiery redness. After almost 3 days, many people fighting the fire were tired and suffering from exhaustion. By Wednesday, however, the wind died down and the fire was finally put out on Thursday night. More than 13,000 houses were destroyed in the fire of 1666. Luckily, only 5 people were killed by the flames. The fire left over 200,000 people homeless, and now they faced a great task: rebuilding the city of London. And you're going to be analyzing text structure, looking at cause and effect. A cause is why an event happens. The effect is what happens. So I like to think of it as because and effect. Visualizing the events that an author writes about will help you to better understand the cause and effect relationships between events and the organization of the story. Use your cause and effect chart to record important causes of events as you reread The Great London Fire. All right, thanks again for watching and following along, and continue on your Google Classroom work.